Here we go. I think we are live on Facebook Live. Hello, everybody. Hello, Marie-Louise.
Hello, Sab. How are you?
I'm very hot here in Paris at the moment. How about you?
Same. I think we are in the same town.
Yeah, yeah, kind of. Yeah, we're both to the south of Paris. And, well, I've got a little question for you. What do you do when it's really, really hot? Do you have any cravings for anything by any chance?
Oh, yeah, big time. I have
like
cravings for just, oh, you know what I do actually? Everything iced, like coffee, tea.
Yeah.
I do everything with ices, ice cubes in it.
Yeah.
And I find it very nice.
Well, I still carry on drinking coffee, actually. I mean, it is the Creative Coaching Cafe, so I have to drink coffee. 1 second.
Yeah, but I'm on tea
it's still
now.
Hot. Okay. Would you say you have a craving for it, or just you can take it or leave it?
Take it or leave it, but no, I like it. I mean, really, I don't know if it's a craving. We're going to ask our guest if it's
that's a very good question, because today's theme with Sab and Marie-Louise in the Creative Coaching Cafe, where we, what did I think of? Where we find clarity in the croissant crumbs.
Yes.
I've got to find something better than that.
No, I love it.
You like it, okay. It's cravings. And we've got a special guest who is the cravings coach, and we'll introduce you to her in just a second. But I just wanted to say, from my point of view, I have a craving, and I'm very interested to know what our guest has to say about it. And my particular craving is ice cream.
I know.
Ice cream.
But any type of ice cream, or do you have a very specific flavor?
It's very strange, actually. There's a specific type of ice cream I like, and I can actually go to the store, look at the ice cream, and if it's not that type, I can go away. But if it is that type, I will buy it. It's these sort of things like this, that you eat.
Special brand. You have a
covered in chocolate with almonds, and I don't buy 1 pack. I generally buy 2. If there's 3 packs available, I might buy 3. I go home and I eat them all, and I'm a little bit worried. Yeah. So I'm kind of worried, So I'd like to see if this is a real problem or if it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, you have to ask.
How about you? Have you got anything like that?
No.
You're craving less.
I'm craving less.
That's amazing. That's weird, actually. Huh?
Yeah. Let's ask Tincuta, our guest.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's bring on our guest.
Yeah.
And she is, well, let her tell you. Here we go. And let's see if she's here to join us. Hello.
Hi.
Tincuta, hello.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to be here.
Yeah. How are you doing today? Is it hot where you are, and where are you?
Yes, it is. It's actually hot, and I love it. This is a strategy that I learned. Yeah.
And where are you anyway?
I'm in Germany at the moment.
Okay. And originally?
Which part?
Originally from Romania, and I'm in Bavaria in Germany.
Nice.
Yeah, we have nice winters with snow, mountains close by. Yeah, so something to hope for.
Yeah.
So you call yourself the cravings coach, or that's what we're going to call you today. And I've looked on your website, beautiful website, and you call yourself the cravings coach there. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you decided to choose this as a speciality in coaching?
Okay, but before I do that, I just want to say that I want to study Marie-Louise because she's craveless.
Yes, please. I don't know what's happening with me. I'm craving.
Strange creature.
Yeah. So yeah, I chose this because it's something really interesting. It also excites me, and I go through cravings as well, and I can relate to people who do that. And I'm positive that I can help people understand the root cause of their cravings and how to tackle them, even if they don't eliminate them completely, because you don't want to. You just want to enjoy your ice cream once in a while, but you don't want to eat the entire pack, because that's not good for you, neither health-wise, neither financially-wise.
And okay, I have a question for you now. Do you help them? Do you teach them how to stop, to have the craving? Like for example, eating ice cream. like you eat the ice cream, but you teach them how to not eat the second pack.
Sounds
Do you
very
teach
strange
them
to me.
that?
Yeah, I understand that. It depends on the person. I teach what the person needs in the moment. I can't say, okay, I'm going to take you from this to this. I'm going to teach you where your craving is coming from and get rid of it, because there are a lot of things involved in someone's lifestyle and their diet and their life. So it's going to be something different. But just to understand, sometimes people misunderstand the cause of the craving with the trigger. Like, for instance, you go to a movie and you crave popcorn. So the trigger is the movie, but the cause is maybe a nutritional deficiency or something that makes you, I don't know, be socially comfortable with other people around you because you see them doing that. So that might be a cause. And then you experience the craving. But the social convention, let's say, is not the trigger. It's the actual cause.
So, yeah, Tincuta, you showed me a list. You did a survey in some of the groups that you're in. I think some of the groups linked to food, and you asked what people's cravings were. And they came out with a huge number of things. But looking at the list, it seemed like they were saying, I crave this, I crave that, I crave chocolate, I crave ice cream, I crave pizza, a whole list of things. But would you tackle that each different food in a different way, or do they all have the same root cause?
No, the cause is probably different because most cravings come from nutritional deficiencies, and depending on the food that you're craving, you're missing a particular nutrient. For instance, people who crave cheese might be lacking calcium. But that's something that you figure out when you do some medical tests, because I don't want to speculate and just tell people, okay, get that supplement. But I'm trying to help people understand that, okay, they have a diet that's comprised mainly of processed foods, and that means that there's little nutrition there. So if you change that in like 50% of your nutrition, and you eat healthy foods, like fresh foods, you just reduce the craving.
So like I'm thinking about the craving for chocolate. So does it mean that I lack magnesium, for example?
Yeah, that could be one.
Could be, but it could be maybe an emotional.
Yeah, it could be an emotional cause. It might have started as a nutritional deficiency, and you fixed that. Maybe you fixed that. You got magnesium into your diet, but you remained with the habit. Yeah.
Wow. So and let's say that I mean you are a nutritionist, so Tincuta knows really about
everything.
Nutrition. Yeah, everything. You know about nutrition. You're a specialist in nutrition, right? So
well, I talked to you earlier, Tincuta, and it's not just about telling people to stop eating it or eat less. I mean, it goes much, much deeper than that. A craving. I have other questions about cravings, especially in relationship to hunger and to addiction. But I've got one question right now, which I've just forgotten. What was I going to ask you about cravings?
Addictions and cravings?
Isn't there an emotional side to it? I mean, are you saying that you can just kind of guess what nutritional element people are lacking and say, take some of that, and that in 50% of the cases, they'll be fine and stop craving? Isn't there something emotional so often that it's replacing, like the love of a parent that they never had, or something like that? Is there an emotional element?
Yeah, that's interesting, and it relates to what we were talking before. There is that, or there might be an emotional element, but we're just thinking of it like it's difficult to imagine that by taking a supplement or by eating foods that contain a particular nutrient, you're going to fill that void that's inside you, nutritionally speaking, yeah? And you're going to get rid of cravings, because it seems impossible to get rid of cravings at the moment. But if you use the information and you do the work, like improve your eating style, let's say, you will then see things differently. And yes, it might be emotional, like I've experienced this. I sit at my desk all the time and what should I do next? Should I write the next paragraph, or maybe it's time for a break? Oh, what can I do in this break? Maybe I'll get some ice cream.
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
So yeah, boredom can be, might be considered the trigger, because I might be lacking something else, nutritionally speaking. But that's something that a test can show you.
Yes. So your approach is very holistic. That is very rooted in science, also, but also like with the human behavior and the habits and the emotional part of the whole story. Right?
Yeah, because if we're dealing with a nutritional deficiency, if we try to fix it emotionally or psychologically, we will still have the physiological effects of that deficiency, and it won't work on a long-term basis.
Of course.
Okay, let me try and share the screen here, and I'd just like to have a look at your website, and that is going to lead me to a question. So if my wonderful software is working here, well, basically, as it decides whether to work or not, I'm going to ask you about a particular aspect of how you help people, and that is I think in the description it says you have a kind of a challenge, a quest approach to helping people. Now that sounds really good. I know that fun is a great way of moving people on when they're stuck, well, at least for me. So how do you use a challenge or a quest approach in your work with people who have cravings?
It's like, someone said, I'm not very good with names, but maybe he'll know. Okay. Someone said that you can approach things with a sort of mind dress up for adults. So you just either role play, you take your favorite actor, okay, and you do stuff that, like, you imagine yourself in a role, and that role is to have fresh foods every day. So let's say that role is you are going to be eating only fresh foods, or you have
so
a quest.
For example, you could imagine yourself. I could imagine myself as Brad Pitt, for example, before he's going to do Fight Club.
Yes.
And I've just got this body that is just so amazing. And of course, Brad Pitt wouldn't eat ice cream. Brad Pitt would eat chicken breast, right?
Of course.
With some vegetables.
Some vegetables, yeah. A bit of broccoli, maybe. Okay. Another example?
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. It's the best example.
Another example of your sort of quest approach?
Yeah. You can use props. You imagine yourself like, okay, this week I'm allowed to use these props. I'm going to exercise. This is one of my props. I'm going to have a healthy breakfast, and that's it. It doesn't have to go all day long. Or you just go for a walk, and instead of aiming for just going for a walk, you go for a walk and you make a goal to find a leaf that catches your eye. So you're just looking for the leaf instead of focusing on the walk. And then these are the props that you can use every day for a week, or maybe one day a week. And it just takes your mind off it. And you can also use rewards. At the end of the week, you get some rewards. If you spend a lot of money on foods that you crave, it might be a good idea to get a jar, and you save the money in the jar. And at the end of the week, you can go for a much bigger walk on another island. On an island, I don't know.
Something that the person picks and choose, and that pleases him or her.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody has something that they like or they want to do, and they sometimes say that they don't have the money for it. So
and
that's
are you sort of an accountability partner for them as well when you work with people who have cravings?
Yes, that's something that everybody should have in the beginning.
Okay.
Because
how does that work?
I remember our talk about this, and I'm going to use this example because it was a good one. So imagine that you are a celebrity and you are in danger. Like fans are craving, and you're in danger because you can be assaulted at any time. So you can either learn to fight or you can get a bodyguard. But what if instead you get a bodyguard, and in the meantime you also learn how to fight? So this is what I do with my people. I teach them how to fight cravings and get a healthy lifestyle and everything else. And in the meantime, I'm going to be their bodyguard, so their accountability partner. So
what would they would state their goals for the week, for example, and they get in touch with you, or you're in touch with them to make sure, or to help them stick to them?
Yeah, it depends on the person. I can also act like someone that's annoying if the person needs that and works well with that. Like, okay, you're going to keep me accountable and check in with me every day. Okay, I'm down to that.
Yeah.
Or maybe check in once every 2 weeks if the person is more relaxed and maybe sets a longer term goal.
So you adjust to the personality of the person and his goal or her goal.
Yeah. It's about creating together.
So we've got your website here. It's a rather beautiful website. At the top it says Mindset Adventure, and I've already looked at it, and there's some really nice articles, and on your Facebook page as well. So I recommend people go. We'll give you the link in a second.
Yeah.
And you've got lots of very nice articles. You cover more things than just cravings, of course. What sort of other things are you interested in?
Yeah, I'm also interested in increasing productivity and focusing on creativity. This is why I'm here in the Creative Coaching Cafe.
Right, okay. How do you incorporate creativity into your work?
Well, I'm a creative person also. I write, what do I do? I draw for fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And your mindset is creative, because when you start coaching someone, you find solutions together, you co-create. So it's...
Yes. So for instance, if someone wants to write a book and they are being stuck because of something that has to do with their body, with their health or their cravings, because you might find it difficult to write a book if you're constantly craving potato chips or ice cream. That takes you out of your focus. Yeah. And I've been there, and I can help people go past that and also increase their creativity in the process. Because when you fuel your body, you fuel your mind, and you also fuel your creativity.
Yeah, that's true. Nutrients are very important to the body and for the mind, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to have a look at your Facebook page here.
So you're sharing the personal profile or the page? The page.
This is her Mindset Adventure page. And there's actually, I don't know if you want me to show this, but it's there is an example of your artwork a little bit further down.
Oh my God, yes. I never said I was good, so.
No, but I mean, it's not about being good or bad. It's about...
Okay, now there's a lot of really interesting articles here. And we're going to talk about this in a little while, this Mindset Adventure 5-day challenge, which is really good, and it's free. And so you can tell us about that in a second. And I just wanted to show you, you have some great articles. I am sometimes scared of change. We have replacing food you're craving doesn't eliminate the craving. Do you agree? So you post a lot of stuff and you cover a lot of topics on your Facebook page.
Yeah. And I have to admit that I also do this because I like to have fun myself.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy the process and I enjoy creating the posts, and I'm genuinely interested in people's answers and reactions and their stories.
Here is some creativity from you.
Wow. You did. You draw.
Yeah. Yeah, this was my personal 5-day challenge. I went on it by myself, yeah. And I did one drawing every day for 5 days.
That's great. Okay, so let's go back to the post that was a little bit further above. By the way, if you're watching this or if you're watching the replay, then you can still ask questions, and we can get back to you. You know, even after the time, we're very happy to do that. Anything to do with cravings or anything else. Just a little bit higher is something which I'm intrigued about.
Yeah.
And it said
the challenge.
Join the farewell salty cravings 5-day challenge. What is this about, Tincuta? Tell us.
It's a free and fun challenge because we're going to have fun starting July 8th. For 5 days, we're going to talk about salty cravings. And even people who don't crave salty foods might benefit from this. We'll start by, it's like a mini training series. And I'm going to teach people maybe how to read labels and how to identify the problem in the foods that they're consuming. And I'm also going to teach them how to make foods that taste great and don't contain a lot of salt. I'm going to share with them some tricks and strategies that definitely work. And they're also going to have fun and meet new people and have me as their accountability partner, teacher, nutrition coach, cravings coach, whatever.
Wow.
I'm there for them.
Whatever they need. And is it going to be live, or are you going to post every day, for example?
They're going to receive the training for the day in their email. And there's also a Facebook group that they can join. It's Get Rid of Cravings, Lose Weight, and Have Fun. And there are prizes at the end of every day, and there's also going to be a grand prize.
Fantastic. And all of this is free?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
So I have a question.
This is very nice.
Why, I'm not going to say why you're doing it for free, I'm going to say why salty cravings? Because when you think of cravings, you often think of sweet things, you know, ice cream, chocolate, cakes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe I should have done that. But anyway, I'm going
You're gonna do it again another time. Yeah,
because I definitely can do a fun challenge on that. But I chose to focus on salty cravings because I struggled with them and I've reduced them. I have potato chips once in a while, but I go for lighter versions, and I only have like a smaller bag.
Yeah.
And when I do have from time to time, maybe I'll get. Maybe you, Sab, will understand. If I don't have my favorite brand, sometimes I will get something else and I won't enjoy it. So, yeah. So I've struggled with it. I've eliminated the cravings, and it's actually something interesting about the salty cravings, because people who crave salt are usually deficient in sodium, but they might also be sensitive to salt. When you eat a lot of salt, you just crave more salt.
Okay.
But it's like sugar, isn't it? Isn't it like sugar?
Yeah, and it also gives you instant pleasure when you eat salt.
Salt and sweet too.
Yeah, sweet too. Salt more.
Salt
but in fact, we don't realize how much sugar there is in food, in so many foods where we don't expect it. But also salt, right?
Yeah, in meats, sugar in meat. Yeah, and salt in everything.
Yeah. So I mean, what will be the results of reducing cravings and then reducing the intake of all of these? Because do cravings have to be for bad things? I mean, can you actually crave an apple, for example? Is that a thing, to crave an apple, or to crave broccoli? Does that exist?
Yes, that's interesting that you say that, because years ago I went on a diet, and it was a 14-day diet. And in the middle of the diet, I was craving apple.
Yeah.
Just one apple. Give me one apple. I don't want to do this anymore. One apple.
But
I'll eat apples all the time.
Yeah. But during the winter, I was craving for broccoli. This is true. Okay, it's not harmful for my, diet, but
Well, it's probably your deeper intelligence saying, please give me some fresh food or something.
Yeah. Some green food, there's white around.
So what about the difference between, I've got two questions. One is the difference between just normal hunger and a craving. And my second is about addictions. But what about the first? What's, you know, I mean, can you not crave something just because you like it and then you eat it and that's fine? A craving is necessarily bad.
Yeah. Okay. So to answer your question, the difference between hunger and craving, they're both an intense desire for something. The difference is that with hunger, your desire is for any type of food. And with cravings, it's for a specific food that you've probably had in the past and felt great after eating it, or something that, gives you pleasure. Yeah, makes you feel good, gives you energy in the moment.
So at what point could a craving be considered dangerous or not positive for your health?
Okay, so craving can become an addiction. Let's talk about addictions. I'm going to take an example let's take food. So we usually crave foods that are highly processed, and these in the body introduce some type of toxins so the body has to metabolize everything, including the toxins. So in a metabolic process, there are a lot of nutrients involved. So they're all gathered to use what's there to use from that particular food and to discard everything that's not usable. Yeah. Okay. So you get a lot of energy, a rush of energy, because all those nutrients are there fighting, doing stuff, and you feel great. Then afterwards, as the process is approaching its end, you don't feel that good anymore. Yeah. And you start looking for that rush of energy, and you're doing it again. Yeah. And it's not necessarily something that has to do with the food. It's something that has to do with the way that you feel when you're having that food.
Okay.
I've got another question, and it's about me. And it's another problem I have. And it's not my hair, as you suggested earlier. Oh, these ladies, before we went on air, oh my goodness.
Oh, come on.
Is my hair okay? Oh my God.
I refrained myself. From commenting when you said Brad Pitt. I wanted to say, oh, with hair.
So I have another problem. I have lots, especially for you. So there's the ice cream thing. But to be honest, there's another thing, and it's even stranger. It's even weirder. Maybe it's even worse. It's actually this, you see.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee. And I must admit that sometimes during the day, if I'm at home, I'll have a coffee to wake myself up in the morning. I'll finish the coffee. I'll go through. I'll get another coffee. I'll come back. I'll finish the coffee. I'll go through and get another coffee.
Oh my God.
So I'm a chain coffee drinker. I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but not much. What's going on there? And should I be worried about it?
Well, you are already worried about it since you're mentioning it. So we can do that. Maybe the next challenge would be on 5 days to get rid of coffee.
But should I be worried about it? I like coffee.
Caffeine shoots. You're having caffeine shoots.
Yeah, you should be worried because more than a cup of coffee could leave you with heart disease and cardiovascular disease.
And in the long run.
Coffee has been also shown to be dehydrating. So maybe your first step would be to drink a glass of water every time you sip on your coffee. Yeah,
and maybe water would be too not exciting enough. Maybe he can add something else in the water.
You know what? I add lemon juice to this, and it's really nice. Yeah,
lemon juice.
But you know, we're in a world of conflicting ideas. For example, some people say coffee is good for you. Caffeine is good. It stimulates the brain and
not too much.
So, and some people, red wine, for example, red wine is alcohol. Alcohol is not good for you. But then if we're in France, you'll have a ton of people saying, are you crazy? Red wine is actually good for you. It's good for the heart, blah, blah, blah.
No. They say one glass of wine, red wine, one small glass of like 15 centiliters.
Yeah, but I've never seen a French person at a meal saying, okay, give me the 15 centiliter glass, please. Just one. I mean, come on. It's their religion.
But that's the truth. Yeah. Of course, they're not going to, they're not going to say that.
Yeah, and there was just one other example, and that is chocolate. I think it was, we had a question from Diana, I think. It was about chocolate, saying she's worried about chocolate because she eats a ton of it, but she has this kind of idea, maybe dark chocolate is good for you. I mean, it's like a jungle. What are we supposed to believe?
You should believe yourself. You should learn to read your body and know what's good for you. And we do that when you work with me. We start understanding the body and what it's trying to tell you. Because if you don't feel like you and the coffee, if you have moments when you don't feel energized and you just need coffee, then you might want to take a step back and see, I feel like I'm lacking energy and coffee is doing the trick, but why isn't my body doing it on its own? Yeah, I mean, the body should be able to give you energy without having to bring stimulants if you're eating. Yeah.
So as part of a maybe a challenge or something that you might do with your clients, would you recommend them to stop like completely for 3 days or a week and see what happens? Or is that too brutal?
No, that's not brutal. Everybody can do it for 3 to 5 days when they know that after 3 to 5 days they can go wild. But
it's not easy. I mean, for metabolism, it's not easy though to just cut caffeine. For example, if you're used to drink 6 cups a day.
Yeah. It comes with some withdrawal symptoms, with headaches, but they go away usually in about a week or 2.
But would you recommend that, or would you recommend slowly reducing?
It depends. People respond better to giving it all up, going cold turkey, or reducing it, substituting with something. Yeah. But in the beginning, why not do it consciously? Like whenever you're craving, you understand what's going on inside your body. And you ask yourself, hey, why am I actually having this craving? What's going on? What triggers it? What might be the cause? And then you go to what can I do about it?
Yeah, it's consciousness. You are helping them to be conscious. Conscious and take another choice, another decision.
Yeah, because they make the choices by themselves. I mean, we don't like to be told what to do.
I do the opposite when someone tells me what to do.
Okay, don't drink coffee anymore. Was it that easy?
So
by the way, Sab, we are like live.
We're at 34 minutes.
A few minutes.
Yeah. Okay, just a couple more questions then. I've got another one. I think probably quite a few of your clients are looking to lose weight. Would that be right?
Yeah, I guess like cravings and weight is quite linked.
I also help people lose weight because I've struggled with weight, and I've been maintaining my weight effortlessly for a decade or so.
Any quick tip or two for people who are just listening to this recording or the call? Just a kind of guidelines on leading a healthy life, just good things to eat that you've developed maybe through your experience.
Yeah, I can talk about what I eat.
Yeah, sure.
I eat oatmeal in the morning, and if I don't have it like 2 days in a row, I start to crave it. Like there's something.
I'm so happy you were going to say that. You start to crave oatmeal. Excellent. Yes. Is oatmeal porridge?
Yeah.
I eat porridge almost every day.
Yeah, with water. I prepare it with water, and I use sour cherries in it because I love sour cherries. And sometimes I would use a bit of honey for sweetness.
Yeah. So it's become a sort of a routine.
Yeah, I do it every day. I wake up, I do my exercises, and then I put the oatmeal on.
So it's more about what your body needs as fuel as opposed to what your taste buds would like.
Yeah, because you get used to it. It only takes about 2 to 4 weeks to change your taste buds.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah,
and it's healthy. And if you like honey, you put honey. If you like the cherries, you put,
Yeah, you can use all sorts of fruits: blueberries, bananas, grapes, mangoes, peaches. What's in season?
Do you follow any of? I mean, there are so many diets out there, so many systems, and every year they change. And it's based on celebrities. It's the latest thing. Do you follow any particular system, or have you developed your own? Like low carbs, low fat, gluten free, paleo, or
vegan?
Take the person and you work out what's best for them. You have an approach?
I usually take the person and use their food preferences, because I don't want to change everyone and do what I say that's the best way.
They don't stick to it anyway. They're not going to be able to stick to it.
Yeah. And so... And
you adjust to each person.
I wonder if I should use labels, but I'm going to use labels. I'm not a fan of them either, but this is how we can connect to people. So my diet is actually a high carb diet, but I eat foods that make me happy and give me a lot of energy. And so oats in the morning, then maybe I have a salad with baked potatoes. Potatoes are also a type of food that make you happy. So you might want to look into that.
Not fries though.
No, not fries, baked potatoes. And if you want them to be crunchy as well, you cut them in slices and you bake them again. And you have your crunchiness.
So we're not talking carbs like chocolate, like like sugar, like cakes, not those sort of carbs.
No, I don't really enjoy sweets, although I have them once in a while. But I've learned to go for lighter versions of the foods that I usually eat or would have eaten. So, for instance, for me, an ice cream would be like a watermelon slice that's frozen.
Or it's really lighter version.
Very, very light.
Yeah. And I don't obsess about it. If I go somewhere to visit someone or I go on a vacation, I just have what I feel in the moment. Yeah.
And guilt, there's no guilt about it. I mean, you do whatever you...
No, there's no guilt. I find myself overeating sometimes. So from time to time I overeat. But if I overeat on things like cherries and... other stuff, it goes away very fast.
Yeah,
that's okay.
It's fundamentally good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so should we just finish off by just giving the details about your 5-day challenge?
Okay.
Which is and when do we say that we'd like other guests if they would like to come on? Well, anytime, I guess. I'll show you the what can I show them then? Shall I show them that page again?
How can they connect you with you?
How can they sign up for your 5-day challenge? When does it start again? Just tell us that.
The 5-day challenge starts on July 8th. And you can sign up by going to my Facebook page, Mindset Adventure, or you can go on my website, mindsetadventure.com, and you click on Farewell Salty Cravings Challenge. And you are going to get to the page where you can sign up. And you have to accept the challenge. So that would be the first step in your quest.
taking responsibility for your own health. I mean,
yes, and you can get allies in the challenge if you want to invite your friends or people that you know, and you want to challenge yourself with the other ones, challenge the others.
Perfect.
That is great. Yeah, my computer is completely frozen up. I hope you can see people moving, because I can't see anything.
But can you share the links, Sam?
Well, I would if I could. My computer is frozen. It's frozen right now.
It's instead of your ice cream, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. Yeah. So it is completely frozen. Oh my God! It's even opening an image processing program. So it's turning into a disaster. So you've got the details. We will put the details in the chat. We'll also put a link to your program on our pages. I think I certainly will. Yeah. And yeah, my computer is now. Someone is back. Okay. Right. Let's see.
What's happening? He's
Mindset Adventure, share. Sorry about this. And there it is. Okay, so at the top of your page, here it is.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll just try and put the link as well.
Good.
All right, so this is...
But the best way, actually, yeah, that's great.
Okay.
And
mindsetadventure.com, and here it is, Salty Cravings 5-day free challenge. And at the end of 5 days, what do you get? You'll be free of eating crisps, for example, or?
Well, if you want to work that hard,
yeah.
You eliminate, no, you reduce your cravings and you learn more about how to make conscious choices and learn more about how to know how to choose or what to choose when you go shopping for foods. And maybe I plant a seed in there somewhere that you think about me every time you reach for that ice cream and say, oh my God, I'm going to say no.
Yeah. So you are planting the seed for more consciousness about food, right? So it's this very start of huge journey, you know.
Yeah, because if we eat the foods that we like, we don't enjoy them. We just finish them, because if you have a bag of chips, I personally can't leave the bag of chips half full or half empty in a cupboard. I just eat it all.
Oh my God. Okay.
You've lost the pleasure. It's just a sort of action. Yeah.
So it's better to buy a smaller pack. That's another trick.
Yeah, right? That's another trick. Yeah, a lighter version or a smaller pack. It's funny because here in Germany, when you go to a supermarket, you can find smaller packs of chips, but they're bundled in 4. So 4 packs.
Yeah, I buy these ice creams in packs of 4. It's terrible. And then I buy several packs. Okay, so that sounds great. I'm going to do it. I think I've signed up for your challenge. How about you, Marie-Louise? You're going to sign up?
Yeah, why not? But I don't have any cravings though.
Well, we'll find cravings for you.
I need some research about me.
Yeah, that's a real problem. You don't have any cravings.
You can help other people who struggle with cravings. Maybe you have a friend and you can give advice that you learn in the challenge.
Yeah, I'll share your challenge for sure. Definitely. I'm sure many people have. I know actually. My sister have.
Okay. Too much information. Okay. All right. So let's just bring this to a close. So we are looking for guests, and we're looking for anybody who has some expertise to share, who is in the kind of self-development field, coaching field, or even someone who is leading an exciting, adventurous life, or who has been through challenges in their lives and who has come through, and who wants to share that for the good of humanity. So get in touch with us, and you can be our next guest if you like. Marie-Louise, have you got anything to say on that? I'm
perfect. I love the approach of Tincuta and food. And thank you so much for being our guest. This is I love always having different people with different mindsets and different way to approach a problem and give a solution. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, Well, the same, yeah, same goes for me, of course. And I look forward to starting the 5-day challenge and seeing what happens.
Yes.
Should be great. Yeah, I've just did one, a 5-day challenge. It was excellent. So I'm sure this one will be as well. Thanks for coming to talk to us.
Thank you.
Just going to share our sites as well. Marie-Louise is creating a site.
A new
she's
one.
redoing her site, so it's not live yet, but it will be 𝗑𝗏𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
go. That's it, you know, because, you know.
Last week, next week.
Huh?
Last week you said next week, and now it
No,
is.
no, no. Now it's public. That's it. I'm done. I mean, I'm, you know.
She has website cravings. There you go. She's got a craving. She's craving for a proper website. So you had a proper website. Now you want a different website.
Yeah. Switching.
And this is mine. If I can see it there, 𝗏𝗏𝐶oaching.biz. And thanks again to everybody. And share this with anyone that would be interested. Bring us new interesting guests. Thanks again, Tincuta.
Thank you, Tincuta. Thank you so much. And have a beautiful day, everyone.
Beautiful day or an evening. Yeah. And I hope it's a little bit cooler where you are. Okay, bye. And I'll see you again next week. Same time, same place.
Thank you.
For another exciting guest. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.